How's it going, everybody? Axe here, bringing you a new video on The Walking Dead Our World, and this one's going to be a little different. While I usually like to keep it pretty positive on this channel, in this case, I'm making an exception. I wasn't a huge fan of the Fear the Living season, and to be honest, I think it was a huge letdown, and here are my top 5 reasons why. Coming in at number 5, we have no new raider types. While I do think it was cool they added rare and epic raider encounters and of course raider bases, all these missions essentially are missions with more raiders. There's nothing really new about them. I was kind of hoping we'd see raiders with new weapons, maybe some sort of special perks or gimmicks or conditions or anything to just shake it up so we're not just doing more of the same things we've been doing since the start. And I'm not a game developer or programmer, so I don't know the exact direction they could have taken this, but if raiders are the focus of your season, be creative. Don't just throw raiders at us in greater quantities and say that that counts as the new content. And coming in at number 4, we have the ridiculous resource requirements. These bases can be pretty tough to beat, and we're going to talk about the difficulty later, but when you're using 3 energy every round, especially if you fail some rounds and have to play them again, that energy cost adds up quick. And of course then there are the health kit requirements. Let's say that you run up on a base that is a high level and you don't have a ton of high level characters to shuffle in. Obviously you have to keep your highest level people in the party, which means that you're usually burning a minimum of 2 health packs per base, and that number will go up if you fail around and have to replay it. And of course that's not even counting if you have to use health packs in the battle itself to keep your people in the fight. And if your weapons aren't good enough to defeat these raiders, you also have to rely on grenades, which is just another resource you're expected to expend to beat these missions. And overall, it really doesn't seem worth it, because our number 3 point is this event had very low rewards. I mean, we're getting 10 tokens per round for a regular base and only 5 extras for using raider-specific weapons. To me, that's just the game being very stingy. Coupled with the high resource requirements, the fact that the reward levels are so low really made this event more of a frustrating grind fest to me than anything. And this was made even more difficult because of our second point, which is low spawn rates for rare and epic bases. Now, I understand that these are rare and epic missions, so they should be hard to come by, but not that hard to come by. I'm somebody who plays this game every day. I have at least 3 or 4 locations I check almost on a daily basis, sometimes multiple times per day, and even I was having trouble finding rare and epic bases. And that's very frustrating because these are the only bases that seem to offer a decent number of rewards. So if you can't find them, you're stuck trying to get the small numbers of rewards from the regular missions and the regular bases. And given the fact that the governor cost 5,000 tokens, it's just very frustrating trying to get the number you need when you can't find the bases that offer the big rewards. And the number 1 point on my list for why The Walking Dead Our World's Fear the Living season was a letdown is the insane difficulty. Now, I'm not one of these gamers who says that if a game is hard, that automatically makes it bad. Quite the contrary, I like challenge. Now, when I say difficulty, I'm not just talking about how it was difficult to get the governor and get the rewards and get the tokens we need for all the reasons I mentioned in this video. A lot of these bases themselves were extremely difficult, even bases that were below my level, that I thought my characters and my weapons were level high enough to handle. Sometimes I was dying almost instantly in these bases. Even after I would heal my heroes to full, they would just get one-shotted. And I understand that some of these things should be hard, but not that hard. And don't even get me started on the governor's base, which I understand that they said this was supposed to be a base where only the strongest players can make it through. Well, I think they spelled wealthiest wrong, because even at level 22, I was not able to beat a governor's base. Coincidentally, the only ones I found were level 22. I don't know if they go higher or lower than that, but I only found like 2 or 3 the whole season and couldn't beat them. And it seems like unless you're one of these people who pours money into the game constantly, there's no way to beat a mission like that. And I'm not here to throw off at anybody who spends money on a game. I believe people can spend their money on whatever they want. But for those of us who don't pour a ton of money or any money at all into the game, missions like these just don't seem very fun. They're not feasible. And in a way, it kind of made this whole season seem like it's taking the game in a pay-to-win direction. And as a big fan of the game and somebody who enjoyed the previous seasons, I would really hate to see the game go in that direction. So those are my top 5 reasons why the Fear the Living season was a huge letdown to me. Do you guys agree with me, or did you think this was a great season? And whether you liked it, or whether you hated it, or whether you're indifferent, what are your reasons for it? And where do you hope to see this game go in the future? Thanks for watching.